The following podcast contains opinion and commentary protected under the First Amendment and fair use, as well as the public records and freedom of information laws. The content may include adult themes, concepts, or language not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the cubbyhole, everyone. It is Sunday. Oh my God, I'm incensed. I'm incensed already. Can you tell? I can't even get through the introduction without being absolutely annoyed. And it's because there's breaking news today, but I am not going to start with the breaking news. I could just directly refer you to Megan Fox, who broke this little bit of breaking news about Laura Owens a few hours ago, I think now. I saw the notification come through while I was still doing church. And I'm like, oh God, really? And I knew there would be something good because, well, Megan doesn't very often get on Sunday, and I would prefer not to, because who wants to talk about this bitch after they've been to church? It's like, I'm supposed to be starting my week out well with this stuff. We've been to church. We're supposed to be on a little bit better footing to start Monday with, and then we get more. And it's not surprising. Entitlement is not surprising, but I'm not going to start with the breaking news. We'll go chronologically this time. And as I sort of reach through all my extra stuff to hit buttons, there we go. We're getting the studio ready for our Halloween marathon. I'm doing it. No one else has claimed it. I'm going to do it. I've shilled out a nice purse of coin to StreamYard to make this happen. And we're going to give it a try. I was thinking about actually doing sort of a test gaming stream just for giggles. But the news has to catch up to us first. So let's just go through the mini minutes. That's the minute orders that happened from last week, from our week of Laura Owens' insanity in San Francisco, the DVRO case against Mike Marraccini. And the nature of the cause is notice of hearing to renew the DVRO. And it says as follows. All remote appearances are conducted through Zoom, a video platform, in accordance with San Francisco local rules of court and rules. Posted there. The petitioner, Laura Owens, was present by video on Zoom and in pro per. Omar R. Serrato was present in court with the respondent. Matters on the calendar for petitioner request to renew restraining order against respondent. The court notified the parties that there is no court reporter available for today's proceeding and that we are not sure if a court reporter will be available for tomorrow's trial. Respondent waived the court reporter. Petitioner inquired about the options. The court admonished petitioner that she was previously ordered to be present in person for today's trial. Petitioner stated that she filed an expedited motion for continuance and stated that it would be life-threatening for her travel if she came to California instead of going to a horse show that she was at in Scottsdale over the week. The court notes that her motion is improper and not before the court today and for the court to consider. The court explained the ex parte process to shorten time for a motion to continue trial. Having no court reporter, the court continues the matter to tomorrow, October 22nd of 2025. Court reiterated the prior order and ordered both parties are ordered present and in person tomorrow. The court stated that petitioner has option to appear tomorrow in person and proceed with the trial or dismiss her request. The court notes that this court will not extend or continue request to renew restraining order with an indefinite period. Court confirmed appearances of people on Zoom, David Gingras and petitioner's treating nurse practitioner Colleen Green. The court will set additional trial date tomorrow if needed, and the matter was not reported. So that's item number 1 of the minutes for the time of last week. And I'm going to move a couple things around here and go to the minutes for October 22nd and embiggen. And these are the minutes for October 22, 9 a.m. Same court, same cause. With the same statements about Zoom. And again, the petitioner did not attend in person. Petitioner was present by video on Zoom and in pro per. Before the trial, the court held an in-camera hearing regarding petitioner's request for accommodation to not show up to San Francisco to plead her case and go trotting around on a horse in Scottsdale. That court acknowledged receipt of the email on 10/21/25 regarding petitioner's request, claiming that riding horses in Scottsdale in a competition is considered, by her opinion, an American Disabilities Act request. The court notes that this request is improper and untimely. However, the court exercised her discretion to hear the requesting camera not reported and other party and public were excluded. After hearing petitioner, the court allowed respondent and counsel in the courtroom, and this part of the proceeding was reported. Having reviewed and considered petitioner's statement and request based on reasonable accommodation request, the court grants a brief continuance of the trial, so Laura Owens could ride her horses and compete in a horse show. This matter is continued to November 5th from 9 to 4:30. The court ordered petitioner to be in San Francisco and to be in the courthouse in person for the trial. Petitioner understood. Both parties are ordered present. Court notes that continuance is based on reasonable request for accommodation and not a motion to continue trial that respondent can oppose. Restraining order shall remain in effect until the next hearing on November 5. The court shall prepare order to reschedule hearing and renew the restraining order, and the court will set additional trial dates at the next hearing. Document number 3, which is nothing to speak of. It is just the order to reschedule. And if you really want to see it, let's just make this bigger. Why not? It has all the usual things. We have the protected and restrained parties, and it is set for 11/5/25, 405A, room to be determined at 9 a.m. And the reason the court date was rescheduled is, having heard the petitioner and having reviewed her request, the court finds good cause to grant petitioner's lying request for reasonable accommodations to claim that she's on death's door while she's riding horses in Scottsdale. And of course, this is dated and signed by Carolyn Gold, who I think, once it is given to the court via, I'm sure, respondent's counsel, that Laura Owens has committed fraud and perjury on the court, that Carolyn Gold, the Honorable Judge Carolyn Gold, will not find this very amusing. And I think November 5th, the stakes have increased even more substantially. Now, so what are we talking about? There's horse riding? Laura was doing other things? She's not dying? No, not at all, folks. Laura is far from being at death's doorstep. Look, here she is, with a first place gold ribbon at the CEP shows, the West World of Scottsdale, a horse show competition that took place last week, starting with the betting of horses on October 20th and continuing up to the weekend. So guess where Laura Owens was? She was wearing a white turtleneck, riding a horse, rather than having her skinny, forced anorexic ass in court where it belonged. This is grounds for a lot of bad things. This is an opportunity to have a show cause hearing, to hold her in contempt, and a lot more worse things to happen to her case against Mike Marraccini. And we're here for it. And you know, with a cause for perjury in California, wouldn't that be a great referral for criminal things? In California for Laura Owens, we're here for that too. Yes, we are. This bitch has got to learn that the world does not revolve around her, although she still thinks it does. It's going to take a rather harsh losing everything via the court system before we start to see reality setting in. And of course, you can read here on the text, it says just a little ways from the top, CEP Hunter Derby 2'6" to 2'9". Laura Owens and Sirocco 91. First place, Laura Owens. Second place, Hillary George and Joel Dorado. And third place, Sierra Kalb and Germain, owned by Sally C. Ballard. Now, we were told that when Laura Owens appeared on October 22nd in a car, she was wearing a white turtleneck. Look, there she is, a white turtleneck. I think we know. And we've done a little more research. What else could happen on November 5th? Where else could Laura Owens be on November 5th? And would you know, Grok answers all. Isn't it amazing? Grok can answer our questions, folks. What sort of horse shows are taking place in California on November 5th? Where she might be hiding? We've done a little look. There's not a whole lot going on in Arizona. There is something going on in Tucson on November 5th. Isn't that a coinkydink? Someone's nurse practitioners in Tucson, and there's a little thing going on. And what was it? I looked it up somewhere else. It's not here on Grok. But there was a little thing going on November 5th in Tucson for horses. There is also a number of international competitions happening in California on November 5th. There's the Desert International Horse Park in Thermal, California, that's hosting the National Sunshine Series from November 5th to November 9th. That's the premier hunter jumper competition with classes in junior and amateur equitation. Is that how you say that? I'm not even sure. Grand Prix and medals. There's other things going on. There's also the Paso Park Oak Tree Show taking place at Paso Robles Horse Park between November 5th and 9th. The All-Breed Hunter Jumper Show with open junior and equitation divisions. I'm going to get that word eventually. Part of the fall series includes schooling opportunities on day one. There's also the World Champion Hunter Rider Show, the WCHR, at Desert International Horse Park in Thermal, California. The National Level Hunter Show qualifying for WCHR Finals. This is a little bit larger jumps, larger than the Kitty Bumps Laura Owens jumps. And isn't it sad that a 35-year-old woman who deliberately starves herself to stay small and childlike, to stay in those competitions, or at least that's my opinion of why she does this, aside from weaponizing it and trying to use it to blame other people for her problems. We have to meet a certain weight class as well, I would assume. I know nothing about horses and horse riding. I'm going to imagine to remain in the child division, or the modified child division, as it was reported earlier today on Megan Fox, that someone has to weigh a certain weight and stay under a certain weight so as to remain not only thin to fit in those dashing jockey pants, but also to remain in a certain weight class. It's horrific. A 35-year-old woman, quickly approaching middle age, has to do all sorts of evil things in their relationships and the things they do in the real world. Even in horses, we have to compete against children so that we can be assured to win something and feel good about ourselves. Laura Owens is taking away medals from children. She has no business being a 35-year-old woman competing with kids. It's insane. Why do they allow this? I could go on and be more outraged that she was jumping horses, or jumping a horse rather, Sirocco 91, rather than having her ass in California, in San Francisco, fighting her case that she brought to the court. Again, I think this is a perfect opportunity. I'm sure Omar Serrato will be filing motions, pointing this out in full color spread with pictures of Laura Owens to Judge Carolyn Gold and saying, oh, Judge, that ADA accommodation you gave her is bullshit. And there's proof. Megan Fox made sort of the loose appeal on her show. If anyone's in Arizona and wants to take some video footage of Laura Owens riding horses with her I'm near death's door plea that if she doesn't get this accommodation, she might die. The lying bitch. So this hardens my resolve to raise even more money for Mike Marraccini and run this woman towards criminal charges in California too, because she's earned it. Not only does she deserve it, she's earned it. So we'll be working hard on our Mike Marraccini Halloween Cash Convoy Spectacular. A first feature live from the Cubbyhole event. So stay tuned, folks. There may be some things that dribble in this week with filings with the DVRO case. I hear it on good authority that Big Tiff Dog, Tiff, who often talks with Lauren Knighty and others about the finances with the Owens family, has some stuff to share. She's been rather busy lately, but she's got some more dirt, and the bankruptcy and financial troubles of the Owens family are heating up. The sauce is thickening. So keep your eyes tuned. We'll keep sharing things that our co-creators are doing as well as fast as I can find them and get them out. Oh my God. Will this nonsense ever end? Well, yes. Yes, it will. And I'm so looking forward to a criminal trial. And we can hope and we will cross our fingers and toes that all of the legal processes will work out and we can get someone some criminal charges in California as well. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, folks, that's the end of your weekend updates. Brace yourselves for the week ahead and for the week after, when someone is supposed to be in San Francisco on November 5th, bright and early at 9 a.m., for their DVRO case. And still, as of yet, there has been no request from the state of Arizona to leave the state to attend that hearing in person, as was ordered by Judge Carolyn Gold. So there will be more shit hitting the fan as this progresses. You've heard it here. You've probably heard it everywhere else too. We are all saying the same things now. It's just uncanny. And yet it's right in front of our nose, the stupidity going on. So those of you with ears to the ground and eyes to the sky, keep an eye out for all the horsing events where Laura Owens could be hiding, instead of being at her damn trial where she belongs, and where the court has ordered her to be. We would love to have first-hand video footage of Laura violating court orders. And wouldn't that just be glorious to see? There you go. There's the hints for everyone in the community spread abroad. Things for you to do, tasks to manage. We call that grassroots journalism, folks. It is boots on the ground, and it is how we get things done. And I don't want to read any tea leaves out of turn, but there may be some letter writing campaigns to prosecutors in California coming soon. And you didn't hear that necessarily from me, but yet you did. All right, there's your brief update for today. Have a lovely Sunday evening. Enjoy your roast dinner or whatever it is you do for lovely food in the evening. Those of you on the East Coast are probably enjoying a lovely beverage, maybe some evening coffee and treats, sugary treats. Enjoy. Have a good Monday, everybody. Stay tuned. This is only getting started. Until then.
Oh, Daddy, you taught me to twist and deny, to smile while the truth just passes me by. I learned from the best, your ethics are foul. Look at me, Daddy, I'm a real criminal now. His license got clipped, just a slap on the wrist. He's kissed more subpoenas than lips he's missed. He cries free speech while the courtroom burns, but justice keeps count and karma returns. You said, don't worry, sweetheart, they never catch up. Now I sip lies like gin from a tarnished cup. Twist and deny, to laugh while the innocent wait.